Welcome back to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy. Give me just a moment. We're going to go ahead and get this baby started. Welcome back to our morning live. Frank the Crypto Tank with you. 7 a.m. Thursday, November 13th, sunny Colorado time. Today, we've got a doozy of an episode for you. We are covering the FSB, or the Financial Stability Board. Let's go ahead and get this baby rolling today. Many of you may or may not know what the FSB actually is, the Financial Stability Board. Basically, they and the BIS run all the world's money. Therefore, they run the world. So, let's get this baby started this morning with no further distractions. Today's episode is about the FSB, and they are, like I said, the Financial Stability Board. Now, to understand the FSB, you got to understand the parent organization, which is, of course, the BIS. Now, that is the Bank of International Settlements, central bank of central banks, because the story starts in 1930 here. The secret origin of the BIS, by the way, that a lot of people aren't aware of. Most people think the BIS was created as a permanent global banking authority. It was not. It was a temporary institution formed in 1930 as part of the Young Plan, a deal created to manage German gold reparations after World War I. Yeah. It was supposed to last 2 years. And its only job was to handle gold flows, settlements, and reparations, right? That was supposed to be disbanded. It never did. It deeply rooted itself. It stuck around, it expanded, it evolved. And now the BIS quietly turned from a short-term gold accountant to the most powerful monetary institution on the planet. Today, the BIS today is the central bank of all the central banks. It writes all the rules that they all follow. The Fed, all of them, Central Bank of Japan, China, all of them. And from that power base, another entity was formed called the Financial Stability Board. Now, the FSB's policy arm, well, it's basically the BIS's policy arm, okay? So BIS sits at the top of the global money, and the FSB sits right beneath it as its policy coordination arm, basically. BIS controls the monetary system, and the FSB controls the regulatory system. And together, they shape everything. Basically, it happens in finance, basically everything. This is why understanding the BIS origin is critical. They were never designed to run the entire planet, but they do. And that's how the FSB got the authority it has today. And who obeys the FSB? Well, everybody. Here's the list. Massive list. All G20 nations, all G20 central banks. The IMF, the World Bank, OECD, IOSCO, IAIS, FSB regional groups, the BIS, every major regulator, SEC, FCA, ESMA, all of them. It's not a suggestion-based network. This is a global chain of command, you guys. The FSB issues the framework. The G20 approves the framework. National governments implement the framework. The framework. This is why rules across the world change all at the same time. It's all coordinated. It's not a coincidence. It's a coordinated thing, guys. Please wake up nicely. What the FSB actually does, guys, the FSB has 4 core powers. Welcome into the channel, by the way. Turkey base, welcome in. 1, identify global systemic risk. Another, design the response. A third thing they do, they force global coordination. The fourth thing they do is they standardize regulations across the world. Okay, so they create global standards for bank capital, liquidity, derivatives, resolution, cross-border payments, financial data, AML, crypto frameworks, stable coins, tokenization. When the FSB declares something, guys, it's a systemic risk, it becomes mandatory for every G20 nation to respond and help. Now, The FSB and the digital asset ERA. Let's get into it. The FSB has declared digital assets a top global priority that includes stablecoins, global crypto rules, payment tokens, tokenization, cross-border settlements, all of it. Interoperability, everything you can think of. But the single biggest emphasis they have, guys, real-time settlements. Legacy system can't do this. SWIFT can't do all this. Banks can't settle in real time. RTGS, real-time gross settlement. But guess who can? Guess what technology can do it? XRP on the XRPL, baby. Oh, yeah. The XRPL was literally designed to settle value instantly, guys, with finality across borders with no counterparty risk. This is exactly what the FSB says that they've been calling for since 2020, and we read about it in the Basel papers. Okay. The tokenization mandate that literally listed XRP, XLM, XDC. The FSB has publicly declared that tokenization will underpin the new global financial system. And here's what they want. They want tokenized treasuries. They want tokenized collateral, tokenized real-world assets, or RWAs, institutional stablecoins, atomic settlement, 24/7 liquidity. Now, Ripple has spent a whole decade building the infrastructure. BIS research papers show that tokenized assets perform best on systems that offer instant finality and interoperable liquidity, which is what we're dealing with. And that's why the XRPL or the XRP ledger, guys. BIS, the FSB, and G20 triangle is very interesting because this is the true hierarchy of global finance. Yeah. BIS at the top, then FSB, then G20 nations. Central banks follow the BIS. Regulators follow the FSB. Governments follow the G20 nations. So this is why the BIS origin of the story is crucial and why we're covering here. A 2-year temporary office became a global empire, guys, and the FSB became the global enforcer of its standards, running the world's money in the world, basically. The FSB is designing the system that Ripple already basically built. So when you read the FSB reports, which we have in some BIS papers, right, IMF research documents, they all describe the same future, guys, a future where payments are instant, liquidity is global, assets are tokenized, interop is mandatory, you can get around that, chain link and so forth, settlement is atomic, and middlemen disappear. Goodbye. This is the blueprint of the XRP ledger. Ripple isn't competing with the future. It already laid it down knowing this is what's going on. Already operating the system the FSB is pushing for the world, right? Here's the final word on this, guys. The BIS started as a temporary 2-year gold reparations office. Interesting, it never closed. Instead, it became the architect of global finance. And the FSB became its regulatory arm. Please nicely wake up to this. Please see what's going on. These entities run the financial system. Ripple builds the rails of the new financial system. Interesting. Then XRP is positioned to serve as the neutral liquidity bridge for the entire future of finance and money movement. Yeah, that's why we're saying it's the Amazon of crypto. Yeah, that's why. Why am I talking like that? I don't know. Kind of crazy that I never really hear anybody talking about this. Except for maybe Vendel and Versan, Black Swan Capitalist. Black Swan Capital. Sorry. These guys talked about it. You'll hear a couple of people talk about it. Not many people talk about it. Whatever. Who cares? It's right in your face. They're not hiding it from you. They're telling you. They're saying it to you. You know? Who's paying attention? Somebody tell me on the channel who's paying attention this morning. We've got just a couple people in here. We're going to end this thing. We got 10 minutes. I'm going to jump off the air. This is stupid. Not here for my health. I'm kidding. I'm having a blast. Hey, guys, I hope you're having fun. Good morning, Turkey. Good morning, Turkey Base. Now, when you talk, Turkey Base asks, when you talk about what they should teach at schools today in finance classes, etc. Yeah, I know. Boy, they just don't teach this stuff, now do they? You got to go to the special school to find out about this stuff. Yeah, what we used to call the mystery schools. Yeah, you got to go to the special schools. Yep. Let's take a look at the crypto market real quick here. And welcome in, by the way. Turdy, good morning. Morning or good day. Turdy, are you coming from the UK? with a question like, I wonder if you're coming from the UK. I forgot. Because it would be afternoon for you there in the UK. Hey guys, by the way, cryptocurrency market cap totally sucks crap. It always does to me until it doesn't. It's at 3.46 trillion. Hey, if I never met, the people I meet and they're like, oh, crypto, come on, that's not going, it's just not been doing anything. I'd be like, yep, you're right. Yep, totally right. Yep, agreed. It's so lame-o. Look at this. Look at how long. Look at how long this thing comes out. Let's take a look at this thing. Hilarious. Do you remember way back when? Do you remember when, I think it was maybe 3 months ago, I was hollering at everybody about how their tactic is crash her tanker down and then make her kind of pretend you're going to go up a little bit here or there, and then you take her down again, you kind of go sideways for a while. But you keep kind of going sideways in this whole wedge right here. Can you see this wedge if I draw a descending line here and an ascending line here? How we get a triangle, and here is kind of like the vertical square, vertical line part of the triangle, and then here we go, boom, here's the point right here, and then here's the underline, right? So see how we're trading sideways? Go back to my video like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. This is how you got to do it. You got it. I'm not calling any big thing. This is how you got to do it. You got to trade sideways. And you got to have everybody in the world sentiment. What does that do to sentiment in the whole world? Has everybody, including even some institutions and things, going, geez, Jim, you think we're right about this crypto thing? Because it's been trading sideways for so long. Hey, Jim, you didn't get the memo in the meeting? This is how we always do. You didn't, you're new, huh, Jim? You're new here, aren't you? This is how we always do. This is how you get them out. This is how you shake them. This is how you liquidate the longs. This is how you get everybody who is not into crypto or whatever to be like, see, I told you guys into crypto that was a nothing burger. You shouldn't put all your money into that. And it also gets all the people that are into crypto and have this is a third group that have all kinds of money into crypto. And you guys, not me, it doesn't do it to me, to have them go, honey, we put all our hopes into crypto and all our money into this. And I think maybe we were wrong about this. And it does that too. You know what I mean? So it shakes everybody out. Goodbye. See you later. Bye weekends. Look at, not everybody is meant to travel on the Oregon Trail. Look at, I'm going to be nice. I'm still being nice. If you lacking intestinal fortitude, you can't be in no crypto space. Now, come on. That ain't no place for you. Right? That was a nice way to say it. Okay. Now, look at, if you don't want to research and you want to be kind of a little bit lazy and just, hey, I'll kind of dabble and I'll do the vanity thing and pretend I kind of know about that for my ego, kind of tell people I know a little bit about crypto and things. You want to be that person? Nope, you're gonna fall on your face too. Nope, that doesn't work either. Only thing that works and with winning and finance and investing, not a financial advisor, by the way, it's for informational, educational, and some entertainment purposes only. Tap the like and subscribe down below. Somebody affects my sweet tea. No. Here's the thing. Look at it. I could be jokey and emotional there, but when I pick this up to go do my thing, oh boy, everything changes. Everything changes about me. Everything just changes. It's like I'm getting help from somewhere. From some money masters that used to live long ago or something. Not kidding. I just get lucky. I don't know. Maybe I get lucky. I turn into a researching mind like I've never known myself to be before, and it's really weird. And something takes over, and the emotion completely goes away. And I use this, and this, and this, and this. To do my thing. All right. Let's keep it down. Okay, Frank. Good for you, guy. Anyway, that you got to know you're watching a credible individual who's really good at this. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. We're having fun with crypto. I'm having fun not understanding how to use YouTube and not be on the full screen when I'm supposed to be, like I just did. And flipped over. It's It's been a little while, Tank. You've been doing this since April. You got to remember, flip over that full screen now. I'm trying to be nice to you. So now look at it. I hold myself to this. Hey, cheers, Michael J. Microphone. Michael James microphone, it gets a little in my face sometimes. I got to come push him back. Then I call him by his middle name, Michael James microphone. Yeah, I'll get on myself in my head and make sure I'm being true and honest and not full of crapola. That's how come I can pick 46 projects and be on point and change one over 6 years. Honestly. Because I bought right from the beginning. Because it was honest. And I was like, you don't know nothing about crypto, Tank. You got to be honest. You actually don't know nothing. You know, they strip you down in the military boot camp or whatever. So I was doing to myself. I was like, no, you're not going to play games and think you know this crypto. Stop. I already feel you trying to do it, because I would start to do it. I'd be like, I know this. And it's like, no, you don't know it. Stop. Cut that out. You don't know anything about crypto. Stop it. Keep learning. Keep researching. Keep learning. Stop it. Stop pretending you know. I kept telling myself, stop pretending you know. You're kidding yourself. Told that ego to be quiet over and over and over again until I was sitting there hours upon hours researching one thing for that day, not knowing where the time was going, and saying, wow, what a download. This crypto thing's actually something. Especially that XRP project I've been on. No, like, you know what I mean? Well, that one might have been Polkadot or whatever, because I spent hours on Polkadot, and I didn't really buy a lot, and I really wasn't trying to rhyme that time. That time I did. Polkadot, bless its soul, Gavin Wood, one of the 8 co-founders of Ethereum, split off and says, I'm going to do the old Polkadot thing. Great chain, by the way. Excellent chain. If you got Polkadot, you're in good shape. Don't get me wrong. That's my opinion. I didn't buy Polkadot. I had so much firepower to allocate. So I did not choose Polkadot as one of mine to allocate. Now, when I watched the X's on Polkadot after it already went to its $15 or whatever it went when it ran, I already missed that whole thing. Okay, so if I missed that, I'm thinking, nah. I'm all good with the old Polkadot. Now, it could go to $200, $300, $500. Who knows? Polkadot. I still will say the same thing because of all the VeChain that I purchased and some other things, you know what I mean, that I allocated my firepower to different things. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, although I did have the courage and the intelligence and the patience and the research to buy right and the financial ability to buy right way back when. I actually do have the ability now to ride out the peregrinations in the market. And I don't, I've done checking and I'm not changing my portfolio as of now. So we're okay. Yeah, we've chosen right. And I also did not choose a number that I could have chosen because I only have so much. I couldn't grab Sui, you know? I couldn't grab, you can name a number of them. Couldn't grab enough Sol. I actually could have, and I didn't. I was going to put $1,000 down on Sol back in January, February, I told you. And I told the wife, and instead of talking, we need to act. Because if I acted instead of talking, I would add 1.6 mil 6 months later that summer when it went to like $6-8. And I was talking about putting $5,000. It would have been like whatever it was. 4 mil, 5 mil before taxes. I was going to do it, and I didn't because I was yapping instead of acting. Not financial advice. That's a true story. 6 months later, I was on a project, and I was like, oh, my God, I pulled my calculator out. I said, wait, at the price that I said I was going to do, if I did it, and I added it up, and I said, oh, my God, 1.6 mil. Interesting. I would have 1.6 mil in 6 months for dropping $1,000 down. Yeah. I was going to do 5. I didn't. Anyway. These are the moves that can be made in crypto. Am I an advisor? No, I'm not. So be careful. You got to consult your registered investment advisor before you do anything with crypto. It's very dangerous. Let me get some of these comments because some folks are going to do very well with crypto and some folks are going to fall on their face. And I don't want to see that. I want to see people do well. I do not want to see pain. I want to see people doing good, you know? Come on, let's do good. Let's make it. Let's be smart. Let's be patient. Let's not be foolish as a fool would. Let's be wise. To do that, we have to be well-researched and controlled and patient to be even wise. Because wise is like being patient, being controlled, being well-researched and intelligent. You know, it's kind of like what being wise is, right? So let's be wise when we play this game. Let's get to these comments, guys. And hats off, by the way, everybody who is in here listening to this guy, because, I almost said it, because why? Because we're so early. Almost everybody, the world is not seeing crypto, guys. They're not in on it yet. Let's get to these comments. I show some documents, says Turdy, where they're saying when crypto, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying, crypto stuff, they will value money again, and 500 to 3,000 is max a month of money you will have, so that a million XRP starts to sound very real. Well, Turdy, you got to lay that out again there, buddy. I'm pretty sure I got you, and I think I know where you're going, but I'm not going to assume, because I don't want to put words in your mouth. I'm pretty sure I got what you said. Lay that out again, Turdy. Turdy, do me a favor. Take your time and spell that one out more clearly, and let me know what you're saying with that one, because I'm pretty sure I know what you mean. And by the way, I do the same thing in the comments, where I kind of like misspell or whatever. But and I'm not dogging you. I can't tell what you're saying. Lay that one out again. I want to answer you properly. Just got on the live stream, says Monsager. Have you said anything about the XRP ETF this morning, or have I heard anything? No, I haven't, but we're going to jump right on it right now, brother man. Thanks for giving me the heads up now, child. Let's get on it. Don't forget about Kaden Brown now. Here, let's go ahead and get to it. Look at bogeys. Got a lot of bogeys here. Flying around trying to dive bomb here at the office. Here at the studio. All right, now here's the deal. XRP ETF news. Thank you so much, Monsager, for giving me a heads up. Let's get and see if we can glean anything from Google and top stories. Here you go. Surges minutes before the ETF launch. Let's get it. XRP surges minutes before ETF launch is 55 minutes ago now, child. Thank you so much. I'm sorry that I do that. This is fun. Monsager, thank you. Thank you, Monsager. Okay, let's get to it. And I'll leave it up on the screen so that you guys can follow along with me. Just shout them out whenever I know the answers. Just kidding. This is so fun. Oh, my God. Thanks for giving me a heads up, man. I completely missed this. XRP surges minutes before ETF launch amid extreme market fear. This is 55 minutes ago, laid out by Mahab Qureshi. I'm sure I butchered that. XRP is surging on ETF launch news. XRP is defying broader market. All of a sudden, I woke up on the show. All of a sudden, the show got all exciting and stuff. Thanks to Monsager. Thanks, dude. You got crazy. Can you imagine XRP goes like literally like $50 and everything else, like even like $50, $75? I'm literally going to be like, I don't know, like turn into Tom Cruise and start jumping on top of my table and stuff. You know what I mean? It's going to be insane. I can't even contain myself right now. Get a little bit of good news and turn it into a whack job. This is crazy. I'm all excited. Choking on my dry. Hang on. XRP is defying broader market weakness as anticipation builds for the launch of the first XRP spot ETF exchange-traded fund. Coming up, baby! It's so funny. I remember some years ago, and I remember going to my wife going like, honey, they launched that ETF. And she's like, what's that? I'm like, I don't know, but it's supposed to be good news. And then I went and found out. I'm like, oh, it's an exchange-traded fund. I'm like, honey, they launched that thing, and I'm all ready for it. She goes, well, what is it? I'm like, it's an exchange-traded fund. She's like, what does that mean? What is it? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'll be right back. That's how my crypto learning went in the beginning. I'm like, dude, you got to start getting serious. You know crap about this stuff. You better start figuring stuff out now, child. So the rally comes after NASDAQ. Certify the listing. That's my point of like anybody can do this. I'm such a like sometimes can be a slow learner. And it's hilarious. And I totally devoured and ate crypto inside and out, and know ridiculous gabs of vast knowledge about crypto in like 6 years. So anybody can do it. It's easy. The rally, and there's so much to know. I'm probably in like third grade as far as knowing what the masters of crypto know, right? Like, you know what I mean? I'm probably maybe fifth grade, maybe. The rally comes after NASDAQ certified the listing of Canary Capital's XRP ETF ticker. You guys, like, I already read it while I was up on the screen while you were yapping, you knucklehead. Hilarious. XRP ticker, XRPC positioning the product to begin trading as early as Thursday. That's tomorrow, pending today's Thursday. Crap, that's today. See what I mean? It's tough living in two worlds, guys. You got to give me a break. I'm living in two worlds. Pending final SEC effectiveness as of... I got my studio yelling at me going, dude, today's Thursday. In the background, you can't hear. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. As of Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, NASDAQ formally notified the Securities and Exchange Commission that it had received Canary's Form 8A filing that we've covered many times. Now you know what that is. A key step that's the exchange's form for the exchange. A key step that triggers automatic effectiveness under Section 8A during following government shutdown. Government shutdown. Let me do it, Trump. Hang on. We did good with that. That government shutdown. We did good. Yeah, good job with that. That was not his voice, but that was my impersonation. Don't put that down and mistake me and take me out of context, and then you're going to play that. Someone is going to play that and be like, or not everybody's going to see it. But if somebody ever saw that, they would play it and they'd be like, see, look at it. He does a terrible Trump. See, we did good with that. We did good with that. That was good. We did real good with that. Now look at, here's what's going on. XRP ETF could launch in the next frickin' hour. What's going on here? I'm going to have a connection. Hold on. Hang on, team. Hold on, team. Hang on, team. Hilarious. Wait, hang on, team. No, I'm totally kidding. We're not going to do that. I'm going to stay on, but hang on, team. Dude, I'm making myself laugh. Hang on. What in the heck is going on right now? Oh, gosh. You give him an XRP ETF launch, he turns into a crazy guy. Gets all giddy and stuff. Wait, hang on. Oh, boy. Hold on. The breakdown. Here it is. It's about to launch. It's about to launch any freaking time. Thank you, Monsager, for keeping me on point. This is what I'm talking about. Gotta help me out now. Gotta help you, everybody out. Everybody's in here in the comments. Hang on. Wait. Oh, it's the Canary. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm like, wait, which one is this? All right. Now look at, thank you. Here we go. We're in the comments. Not a big jump. $2.46 right now. Now look at, I'm not looking, guys. Look at, here's the thing. Monsager, let me remind everybody of something. Thank you for commenting. Hang 1 to 2 months till we, right. Exactly, Turdy. Even perhaps, well, I would say 1 to 2 months is probably about right. And Monsager, I know you know that. Nobody's trying to dog you. And I know you know that. You're talking about just on kind of like the sentiment of it all and blah, blah, blah. But for these capital inflows to start coming into any ETFs, even if we rock the house, which I know we're going to and break records here, we are going to experience at least a month until we start seeing XRPs probably start cranking up as a result of it. And I believe it's going to be fast. It's 1 to 2 months-ish kind of thing. I believe it's going to be kind of like 1 month. This is going to be crazy. Jake's been over to Target too. Yep, Jake. What did look at? He has. I'm going to jump in right now and say, we've been over the target because I've been saying what Jake's been saying, except for the $1,000 by the end of the year or whatever. I wasn't saying that. I'm not sure he said that. I think he said like 500 by the year. I don't know. I think it could go crazy out of nowhere. I think Jake Claver is totally over the target. I think he is correct in considering thin liquidity. I think it is the largest. Hi, buddy. My doggy's trying to get my attention. It is the largest piece that folks are underestimating is thin liquidity, in my opinion. Anyway, let's keep going. No, I don't think he's too crazy, Jake Claver. I think he's kind of over the target. largely. His timeline, his time horizon may be a tad accelerated, but the dude is over the target, and he is talking some prophecy, some stuff that's going to be happening. XRP going to $1,000 and so on and so forth, higher and higher. He's right about that. I don't see how he's not. I don't correct about that. He's over the target with that. It's coming. So at the end of this year, we'll see what he says. The first says 30. Like Jake, I don't understand what you're saying there. Guys, when you're in the comments, do me a favor. I'm going to get to you. Now, look, please slow them down and comment intelligibly so I can read them intelligibly. I love you. So I can read that comment out, and when I read it, it's making sense. Now, I know we got the delay, and I know it take a while to get over there, and I'm a pain in the butt with the comments, I know. Do me a favor. Try. I love you guys. Thank you in the comments for helping and doing it. But, yeah. Try to spell them out now. Now, look at we need crazy people in this world, and that is true. Turdy. Now, the thing is I think a lot of us, Turdy, are not crazy. I think we're over the target. First ETF looks like it's from Canary Capital. Yep, that's the one. That's the one I was just seeing. XRPC is the new ticker. Correctamundo. Yes, sir, Monsager. Thank you. In 1 to 2 months, you guys listening? Monsager, excuse me, is laying it out for you. First ETF is from Canary here. XRPC, and this is what we're waiting on. We got hours. Thanks for bringing it to our attention here this morning, Monsager. 1 to 2 months, and Tanker should be paying attention because I covered this in our episode some months ago, and here was our date, was the 13th coming up here, and I forgot to pay attention to this. We need crazy people, maybe not. Now, 1 to 2 months, it is going to be huge because they're going to there's going to be more they're going to launch. Nice point, Monsager, exactly. So we're on our way to stardom here. God bless it be the Lord Christ Almighty, everything that is holy and good in this world. We are on our way to the top of the crypto mountain. Yay, good for us. We did good with that thing. Don't you want to win? Are you sick of winning? Who's sick of winning? Are you sick of winning? I'm not sick of winning. I'll keep winning. You want to keep winning? Keep winning. I sound like I'm doing a Trump campaign. Vote for me. You want to keep winning? Not a financial advisor. After I said that, going to tell you I ain't no financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because what I say or do. It's very risky. You can lose all your money, your hat, your shirt, shoes, your socks, your glasses, your everything in crypto. And that's how the story goes. I hope you're having a lovely day or morning wherever you are. Karen says, not me. Welcome in, Karen. Thanks for joining us here on the channel. Tap like and subscribe if you're loving what we're doing. And I do appreciate all of you. And just remember this. I don't like that word just. Simply please remember this. It's so passive aggressive. Simply, very rarely will that ever work in our language where it's not being passive aggressive. Stop sidetracking, Tank. Here's the deal, guys. When it comes to crypto, you are early. I am early. We are ridiculously early. If you check the stats on crypto, we're going to keep an eye on this XRP ETF, by the way. Thanks, Monsager. Now, if you check the stats on crypto, you're going to see that there is a tiny portion of the population that is in on crypto right now, a la internet phase way back when, 2000, whatever it was. Yes, I do remember it. Yes, I was managing restaurants at the time in the tri-state area in Jersey, Manhattan, Connecticut, in that area, having fun. I was doing that at that time. I was a youngster. I was like, wow, these people are making money with this internet stuff. How am I watching 19-year-olds step out of Lamborghinis and so forth? 18-year-olds. What's going on with this? You telling me they bought this, Yahoo stock or whatever, and then sold it? They made all this money? It's a real thing? And I just spent all my time, all my money at college, pay for college. This is right after I got out of college. I'm like, I just spent all my money on college and went that route and did that. All these guys did was they basically took that money instead, put it on this, and now they're stepping out of Lamborghinis. I think I missed something here. And then I never did anything about it until about 6 years ago. And I devoured finance. I mean, devoured it because I had to learn crypto. All right. So you guys are so early. We are looking at a similar thing like then, a la internet phase, when this stuff goes crazy and we experience what's called a super cycle in our bull run of crypto. And it may be this time around, maybe 2-3 years from now. Stop being impatient and relax. Enjoy your life. Stop counting on the crypto market bull run to save you from your life, okay? Please, you should be enjoying your life every day, crypto bull market or not, explosion or not, right? Right. Come on, let's get real. So enjoy your lives. I love you all. You are early. We have 15% of the population or so into crypto and on crypto and institutions included and so on and so forth, and banks and so on and so forth. All right. We're ready to get the other 70 to 75%, whatever it is. We're on a hockey stick, an S curve. And at the end of that hockey stick, that curve is when everybody comes running in. So position now to put your huge bucket or cup out, because the wave is coming of gold coins like Scrooge McDuck and his vault. All those coins are coming. So the key is you better fasten that biatch down to the surface so it doesn't move on you and you can collect all them coins, right? And then it better be huge. And then you better just wait for it all to fill it up with the wave that's coming. And I will liken that to loading your crypto bags and putting on cold storage. I'm going to end on that. I hope you guys are paying attention. I know I am. Everybody's paying attention. What are you paying attention to is always the question. We're all paying attention. Who gonna get rich coming up now, child? All right, now look at it. I love you all. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Crypto info, blockchain made easy. Tap that like and subscribe. Never buy these three because of what I say or do on the channel, please. And whatever you do, never play this back 3 years from now to see what I was saying and see where these prices are. And never forget that we launched the Patreon. We're giving our 11th away for free, and put a good vibration out to our partner on the channel, Luke, to his mom, dealing with some concerns right now. Let's put some positive vibration out and say a nice prayer for her. She's going to be fine, let's help her out and do that, please. Put out the positive vibrations for someone you don't know and do something nice for someone. Thank you. I love you. Have a great day. Sorry about the ridiculously stupid long ending. It's so annoying. I know. Have a great day. I love you.